Right, let's come out of the story and go to some breaking news now. On the West Rand, we cross to SABC News reporter Hasina Gori. Very good afternoon to you, Hasina. What are you seeing then? What's happening?
Just watch cables.
The visuals you're seeing now in Zinga are from a township here in this in Kagiso called Solberg, where the community has gone into an informal settlement here, which they say is filled with illegal miners. Right now they found some of these zamas. Earlier on they also found others. Here are two that they've now found from this community here. What we also saw is they said they found others from here, young children as well, that they found inside this township. They're currently bringing them out from here. What they're asking them is to tell them what exactly their part has been in the illegal mining. And Zinga, the visuals that you're seeing right now are from Kagiso, where that shutdown is currently underway. The community has gone into an informal settlement where they say the illegal miners have been operating and living in.
Mina ngisuka le uyu Zimbabwe. Mina ngiyafikile le uyu
Une passport ID.
Mina
unazo la kutesi.
Mina ngine ID zimakhaya le.
So la ufike kanjani la? Umuntu illegal la. Awuna maphepha. Ibangibulala asikhona ukutrace uyahamba wena ethandayo.
These are one of the illegal miners that the community has found. They're asking where he's from, who he works for, and what exactly
Uwisa umhlabatha ngiyathi ubanye angazi ukuthi wakhupile manje umhlabatha angazi ukuthi ukhuluma phela
khuluma nami mina ngizobatshela
ubani uyakhuluma shona mina ngiyakhuluma ubani uyakhuluma shona phela.
The person that they found, they're trying to find information on what exactly does he do here in the mine, as well as how did he manage to come into this country.
Muna June ndabno muna June sekuranga akati ambayo gara iyo ambayo mona kwa no garden unano gara ku sebisoni sa ndapeza izvo ndichopeza ngati chi angati gara pana pa izvo no utogara kupana pa ngoti chi iyo rangu ini ndakadini ndakasiya Zimbabwe iyo saka ndichopeza ndichogara ndakupeza kugara izvo no oti chete andoda kuti kukwisa kumhatso anda kuindisa kumhatso hayi ngati alright uzoenda kumhatso ngoti baba
The community says they will be taking these people that they have found from this specific township, which they say has been occupied by the illegal miners in the area, to the police station. They've been trying to get information from the specific young gentleman that they have now found in that township. He's trying to explain what job he does at the mine itself, as well as how he got from Zimbabwe to South Africa. He says he has his documentation from that country. However, he hasn't really said whether or not he has any documentation for being in this country. There's been an ongoing protest action that's been happening in Kagiso from this morning. We've seen various pockets of protests flare up throughout this area with various main roads being blockaded. We saw police using rubber bullets as well as tear gas to disperse the crowd of demonstrators earlier today in the area that we currently are at. There isn't any or much police presence right now. The community has gathered here to go into the township, which they say has been infiltrated. They're telling the person that they found that they will not hit him in any way, but they will take him to the police and he for being an undocumented. They've been complaining around the illegal mining issue in this area for quite a long time, saying that those that live and work in this area are responsible for the criminality in the area. I want to see if we can speak to someone from the community as to what exactly is occurring right now and what's the idea behind this demonstration as well as going into that township.
All right. My name is Prince Sengwayo. This is a peaceful march. We have noticed that the police is not assisting us. West Rand came together. We have organized ourselves. People did not go to work. So we said, let's go ourselves and see what is that exactly is difficult for the police to execute. We came to this place. There's an open field this place is Salt City. Then we went to that mountain. There were zamas there. They ran away because it's a peaceful march. We didn't want to fight them back. That side, there's a big open field. If you can go that side, I can tell you, you will be shocked. These people have taken over our country. Even the community here, they are very scared. They are saying, even if we show you the houses now, even if we can show you the houses now, they're not going to sleep tonight. So this place is not safe. We hope the police will come and assist the community here. We managed to break plus minus 10 shacks, and when we get inside, the whole equipment is the equipment that they use to whatever, to the gold. So currently we are going inside. There's community who are cooperating, working with us. They are identifying the shacks where all this equipment is hiding. Yeah.
You here at this protest as well, we've seen some sporadic violence as well taking place. What's your message to those that are coming out to, support and be part of the demonstration?
What we want is for people to be peaceful. We don't want anybody assaulting anyone. We don't need violence. All that we want is for us to get all these people, identify their bosses. Those are people we want to deal with. These young ones, we are taking them to the police station and the police will deal with them. But we are sick and tired of the zamas. We are sick and tired of the zamas. In fact, we are encouraging government. All of these people that are undocumented, they must leave our country. They must leave our country. We are sick and tired of them. We are no longer going to negotiate this thing. We know that the police are not going to be acting against our people. In fact, I was there listening to some of them talking, particularly the ones that were saying that the minister is coming here and the National Commission of Police. In fact, there's a plan to come and shoot our people, which is wrong because they're not dealing with the situation. So all that we are saying is that we are asking our people to be patient with us. We are dealing with this situation. We are winning the battle of removing the zamas. We've been able to identify all the areas where they are operating. We're removing them, and that's all we need to do. We don't want to be tomorrow to be faced with a situation where we are being accused of having killed people and so on. That's not who we are. We are a very peaceful nation. That's why the township is called Kagiso. Now, what we are going to do, comrades, is that we are going to ask all of you to be patient and make sure that whoever that's get to be, caught, particularly these young boys, we take them to the police station and they are safe there, and the police can then start dealing with them.
Thank you so much. That was one of the community leaders here speaking to us about their action and demonstration that's currently taking place here. I want to bring in another community leader who has been following this protest and been part of it. What was the reason for you to come out this morning and be part of the shutdown?
The reason why we come up to be the part of this shutdown is make sure that, we reduce the issue of zamas here in Kagiso, because the zamas are doing a lot of, criminal issues, shooting people and then raping people, Yes, so we want to get rid of this thing. But it's not the issue of our local people today to campaign. This problem is the national government. The government have failed us because they were supposed to clean up all this pit so that the zamas cannot get the access to this place. So it's not just the issue of our local people here. It's the government that have brought us into this issue. And then we cannot run away from the fact that the SABC has failed us. The government has failed us. In this regard, we want all these tailing dams around Kagiso and Krugersdorp to be rehabilitated. These white mountains around Kagiso, they must be rehabilitated. We want a flat land. We don't want to see the mountains here. And we are not going to remain silent until the democratic form of government returns back to the people of Kagiso. Amanta!
And also again, we are asking government to seal the shafts. Please, seal this shaft. And then is what I was asking them. If they can seal the shaft, everything will be okay. So what we're asking. Thank you. Thank
you so much. As you heard, sentiments from various different community leaders and members here explaining to us their demonstration that's happening today. I want to ask camera operator Gabi to give you a sense of the crowd, but also what we're seeing now is the helicopters in the sky right now, also monitoring this area. As you heard from the community members, they've been told that the minister as well as the provincial commissioner may be visiting this area. We have seen the police minister as well as the general commissioner on the ground from Friday last week following that horrific rape that took place in this area at one of those white mountains, which is an abandoned mine dump. Those women were gang raped when they were shooting a music video and were ambushed by almost 20 men and really assaulted and abused for almost 4 hours. This then sparked this reaction from the police ministry as well as various other departments where you saw this mass sting operations taking place with almost 200 people being arrested since that incident happened last week. So we've seen many undocumented people in South Africa being arrested. They're currently facing charges of contravention of the Immigration Act. The police have not yet been able to link any of those that were arrested, any of the suspects, to the crime of that rape incident. But these communities are saying that they've had enough with this issue of illicit mining and illegal mining in the area. They said that they've told police many times, many accounts that we've heard throughout the week of people explaining and sharing their own experiences of being either robbed or raped by these alleged illegal miners in the area. What we're seeing, though, is a lot of miners that seem to also be working in, for these illegal mining companies. What this community members told us today is that what they're trying to find out from those that are living in this area and that they are able to get in contact with is they want to find out what exactly are they doing, who are the owners of these mines, as well as where are these gold that's being mined and extracted going to also not only focus on the ground level operations, but also the bigger fish in this picture. We've heard that from the ministry as well. The Minister of Police saying that they are running parallel operations to look at the economic impact of this, as well as the businesses that are in charge of this. So right now, once again, we are in Soul City in Kagiso in the West Rand, where a shutdown has been planned. The community is going into that township, which is in the background here, going in and trying to speak to the community members. They said they've identified the shacks which they've burned. That's the fire that you're seeing here. And they're saying that what they're finding inside these shacks are equipment as well as other tools for this trade of mining, and that they're hoping that they're able to then curb these operations. So what we're seeing from there is that burning in the background is a shack that's being burnt right now. That, as you heard from the community leaders when we spoke to them, they've burned multiple of these shacks which are being used to house the equipment as well as tools that are being used for these mines here. The community of Kagiso has gone into this area here, this township in Salt City, saying that they're going to identify those illegal miners that are living in this area and working in this area. They said that some are working with them. What they want to get is information. They're now taking those that they find. So far, we know that at least 4 of these illegal migrants have been found, and they've been taken to the police station to be handed over, and then the police will then deal with that process. Also in Zinga today, 40 people that were arrested this week on Tuesday at one of the 8 sites that we went to with the police during that sting operation on Tuesday have appeared in the Kagiso Magistrates, the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court today, facing the contravention of the Immigration Act. That's one of the charges that they're facing. They were also found with some of the equipment as well as other materials. It's yet to be known whether they're going to face charges for any of those as well. We know police were also looking for the firearms that some of these illegal miners had. So what they were trying to find the day we were with them was to look for these illegal firearms as well as the ammunition. From what we understand, some of them had pistons as well as rifles. I know they found some spent cartridges the day that we visited that illegal mine. We're hearing from communities saying that they want for those mine shafts to be closed, for those white mountains, those abandoned mine dumps to be flattened as well, to ensure that no activity can be done. We've heard from government also calling on those that own the mines to ensure that they sealed completely and shut down as well, so that these abandoned mines cannot be used and taken over by these mining operations. Okay. We're seeing that fire at that house. We're going to see if we can get closer to it for you to give you a view. This is where we were earlier on in the beginning of our crossing, where the community had gone in and found 2 young boys who have been seen to be working in these illegal mine operations. The one child told the community that he was from Zimbabwe, that he had his ID document from Zimbabwe, but he didn't really give information or answer when asked whether or not he had his South African documentations. He's now been taken to the police station. There was a call from the community leaders that those that were found should not be assaulted or abused in any way, and taken to police stations to ensure that the information that they get can be used, and we can find and they can identify who owns these operations, because even from police they said that they could not find any of the precious metals on any of those that were found during any of the operations. We know that yesterday at least 20 more people were arrested. I see some police have now come into this area. There is one police van that has just driven into this area. For now, they're just watching the proceedings. There's also a helicopter in the area flying over, just monitoring this situation right now. The community had also burnt other shacks earlier on. Right now, there's one house that's been burnt at the moment. That is the scenes you're seeing right now from Salt City in Kagiso on the West Rand, where community members have shut down or called for a shutdown to help deal with the issues of illegal mining in the area. They say that enough is enough, that they've had enough with hoping for government to help them curb and stop the illicit issues and criminality that has been happening in this community. In Zinga, these visuals we're seeing right now, we're trying to get a sense of whether or not there are more people that have been arrested or taken in by the community members. For now, we're seeing some people try to put out that fire that has been set by the community members of Kagiso to this township here in Salt City. They say that these shacks have been used to house equipment as well as tools that are being used for mining. Right now, it's quite calm compared to the scenes that we saw earlier today, where police used fire of rubber bullets as well as tear gas to disperse the protesting crowd. For now, I just see one police van that has just pulled up in this area, and it's relatively calm in this specific place that we are at right now, except for the community going into these townships and try to weed out. They say that they found an entire community of illegal miners behind us in some of these areas between the mountains, and that they've been working with them to give them more information. That's it for me for now. Back to you in studio in Zinga.
All right, Hasina, Gori giving us a very comprehensive crossing there. We know that according to the Criminal Procedure Act, Section 42 does allow for citizens to effect an arrest if they see that a crime may be taking place or they reasonably suspect that a crime may be taking place. But of course, it's not legal to set fire to buildings or whatever you suspect is happening there. We'll follow that story and keep you updated.